So we should understand, HTML structure. Okay. So we should understand the HTML structure and how you can identify the web page elements. But what are the web page elements? So what web page elements will be available? So that we should understand that. So let's go and see where you can find that in the blog, the HTML theory and WebElement theory and HTML structure, this one. So WebElement theory and HTML concepts. So first we should know what are the different web elements in the web pages. If you go to our blog also, you will get this automatically. So here, all the elements I can cover here itself. So if you observe this is the address bar URL, and this is the web page. So the web page inside you have a HTML web elements or HTML web objects. So every element is designed by one tag, okay, HTML tags. Basically, the page is designed with HTML. So starts with HTML, ends with HTML. Then we have a head, body. So the body inside the web elements will be there. So if you open any web page, so right click, inspect element. So you will find the HTML code. See, the page starts with HTML and ends with an HTML. Ends with HTML. Okay. So that's the HTML tags, how you can check that. And this one, if you see here, there is a head tag. So head tag inside meta tags and your page title will be available. So these are tags. So Angular bracket starts and then tag name, one word will be there. So HTML. So Angular bracket HTML. Angular bracket script. These are called tags. Tags after you have attributes. So attribute name equal to attribute value within double quotes. So lang is another attribute. That value is enclosed in the double quotes. So that's attributes or properties of this tag. This is called a start tag. And end tag is this one. So what is the difference between start tag and end tag? Observe this.
Slash.
Forward slash. Forward slash. Here, head tag also, observe this. So HTML after head mandatory. Head tag is going to start automatically. That's a rule in the HTML. So head tag. So head tag inside you have a meta tags and title tags. See, head tag is ending here. Every tag comes in pair. Start tag and end tag. Start tag and end tag.
End tag.
So even body, this head tag mainly used for to know the page, okay, page title. This is the page title, this part. So that's written in the using title tag. Can you see here title tag, start tag, and end tag.
End.
So these are so anybody having doubt, let me know. So I'll highlight it. So this is called a start tag, and this is called end tag. Okay. So the start tag, end tag in between, the title tag in between the page title. This is the one, page title. So always, how you will recognize the pages using page titles. Using page title. So particular page, how you will recognize you're in which page means you have to refer this one. Okay, that's a page title. Register account. What is the page title name?
Register account.
So in the HTML, how you can recognize with a title tag. What is the tag for the page title?
Title.
Title.
Right.
So that's the how you can recognize your page elements. And so even you can find out. Okay. Where is the eraser? Here. Eraser. Okay, let's take eraser. Okay. So then we have a body tag. So body tag inside actual page web elements will be there. Body tag above, you won't find the page elements. All page elements will be available inside the body tag.
Inside the body.
So if you want to see any page element, element structure, so you just right click, inspect, and you can find here. See, this is the image, IMG tag. Images are represented in IMG tag.
IMG tag.
So IMG tag has a source attribute. See, the first one is a tag name. Next, so many attributes will be there. See, SRC is the attribute value. See, attribute started here, ending here.
Ended here.
Next attribute started, title. So title is the tooltip. Title is there, that's a tooltip of your web page. That's a tooltip of your web page. Sorry, not web page, web element. The tooltip will be there for web elements. That web element, if you mouse over, you will get a tooltip, your store. So the same title value is your store. That will so it will show you. Then alt attribute, your store, class IMG responsive. So this is the different attributes and their values. So this is how your image tag will be shown to you. Next, for example, if you want to see A tag will be only for links. So links are going to represented with the A tag. So A tag is going to have href value. So login page. So this is the link name. So this is the close A tag and this is the open A tag. Still anybody having doubt on the close tag and open tag? Are we all clear?
Yes, sir. Yeah, yes.
So this is the close open A tag, and this one is
Close
A tag. And where you can find the link text? This is the link. Inside a close A tag and between open A tag in between. So your link name will be there. This is the link name. Okay. So this is the link name. Okay. So that's what it is appearing here. That is what it is appearing here. So in the UI, it's appearing because they have written a tag.
Between anchor tag.
So anchor tag they represent, that's why it is showing.
Sir, what is meant by tooltip?
Tooltip is when you mouse over on any element, some text it will show you about that element. Some info type. Okay, some info type for that element.
Okay.
Basically, they want to describe that element in different way. Some other description about that element. That's a tooltip means.
Okay.
So are we good? Are any questions here?
Yes.
Now, edit box. So edit box is going to have input tag. So what are the attributes we have? Type equal to text. Name equal to first name. Value is blank.
Place.
Placeholder is first name. ID equal to
Input first
input
name.
hyphen first name. So how do you know this ID value started from here to here? Class equal to from here to here. So double quote starts, double quote ends. That's the how you can see that. So that's always remember edit boxes are going to have input tag only. They're going to have only input tag. And last name. So the last name also, these all edit boxes, right? As the same. There is no change. Next, drop down. So drop down is going to have which tag? Select tag.
Selected.
But drop down options are going to have
Mm,
option tag. Expand this. See, every option is represented with option tag. Option tag, and you can see here. And option tag after value attribute must be there for a selector drop down. So first high level, this entire thing is represented by select tag in HTML. But each option is represented by option tag.
Option tag.
So the option text is you can find in between close option tag and open option tag in between. The label name will be there. So label name so will be there. So that's how you can find out a drop down option. So what is a drop down? So how we can represent the drop down? Select
Using
tag.
select tag.
Under
So
select
drop down option is represented by
Option tag.
option.
option tag. Remember these points are important. So while coding time, these points very useful for you to write your effective automation code. Next. So radio button. So what is the tag name?
Input.
Radio. Input.
Input.
sir.
Input is the tag.
Tag name.
So type is the attribute.
Attribute.
Type
Value.
value is radio. Radio is not the tag name. Radio is a value of type. Like you have a name, some XX, right?
Yeah.
Same way here, type can be YY also. Type can be AA also. So the fixed is a type. Attribute name is fixed. Value will change from element to element. Always remember these points. Type, name, value, checked. These are all the fixed attribute names. But value will vary from element to element. Like you have a surnames, right? Every person's surname is different. Am I right or not?
Yeah.
Like that, surname is fixed, but value only keep changing. So that is the so attributes. Attribute names are different. Attribute values are going to vary element to element. So radio button, what is the tag name?
Input.
Input. Checkbox. Let's see checkbox. Checkbox, what is the tag name?
Input.
Input. So how many elements we got input till now?
Edit. Radio.
Checkbox.
Checkbox.
Edit box.
Radio button.
Checkbox.
And checkbox.
So radio button,
Checkbox.
checkbox. So these are the values. And also sometimes these buttons also you will get input tag only. You can see that. See, this button also is having input tag. What is the
Input
type
tag.
value here?
Submit.
Value is
Continue.
Continue.
class is btn
Button.
space btn hyphen primary. So there, how many attributes are here in this tag
Three.
inside?
Three. Sir.
Type, value,
Value. Class.
Are we clear?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
Okay, good. So next, Next, see, we covered the checkbox button, radio button, edit box. All are having input tag. But sometimes the buttons are going to have button tag also. So let me show you that. You can see here, I think one of them. See? So this is a button, login button. So this is going to have a button tag.
Button tag.
So buttons might have either input tag
Input or button tag.
tag. Any one of them, it will be there. That's the input or button tag.
What is a division tag?
Div is a division, entire div. This one section, right? This one section. That's entire thing is a division. Okay. So this one is a header tag. So H2. So even here also you have a header tag. This one is a heading. So H1.
Yeah.
So the all header text will be represented with the H1 to H6 tags. So if you find H1 to H6, those are the header tags. So the paragraph is represented with the P tag. Okay, so these are different tags, but you can easily recognize the tags with the angular bracket. So the list of elements you can specify with the UL tag, then LI tag will be there. LI tag inside you have a tag. So this is unordered list. Unordered list. So breadcrumb. Okay.
Okay.
Next. So we have covered almost pretty much all the elements. See all the elements I covered: edit box, button, checkbox, radio button, list box or combo box. That is no, I'll show you that. List box or combo box is this basically this one is called a list of elements. So list of elements, if you get, that's a list. And so then you can find out so this is the one section, right? This is the one division, complete section. So they're representing with a div, entire section, but again, each one is a link, right? That's why a tag. So list of elements. These are the list of elements. You can find out this list of elements. And then we have a, we already seen drop down. Links we have seen. Images we have seen. Static text. So all this static text can be represented with either, so this one is a static text. Static text is nothing but it doesn't change. Div. You can use a div. Okay. So you can use a div, or if it is a table tag and tr, td tags, you can use any one of them. And span tag also you can use. Paragraphs. So there are different names they will use for a static text. Next, header text I already shown. Labels are represented in HTML by, so label tag. This is the label. The name for that control. This is the control. This control has a name that is called label. So the tag name they will use label tag. So divisions are represented, just now I have shown you, entire division is represented by this entire thing with a div tag. Forms are represented by form tag. You can see there will be forms. login forms or registration forms. You can see, here form. Form, when you put a cursor on the form, entire registration form is highlighted. That's the how you can use it. Next. So we're going to have what elements, forms, frames will be there. Sometimes frames here we don't have, but I'll show you that later. Internal frames are represented in HTML by iframe. Normal frames are represented by frame tag. So table is represented in HTML by table tag, and table body is represented in HTML by T body. And table rows are represented in HTML by TR. Table columns are represented in HTML by TD. Page title is represented in HTML by title tag. So this all we have seen, okay? And here, if you want more clarification, you have this. You can go ahead and just refer this. I have added it very clearly. Okay. So what are the attributes? Attributes is nothing but a characteristics of element. So attribute name equal to attribute value. So this is the syntax, attribute syntax. Where you can find this attribute syntaxes? Attributes are written inside the open tag. Tag name after only you can find these attributes. Some of the standard attributes, ID, name, class, value, type, title, href, src, alt, tab index, on click. So many. These are the sum of them I listed out here. So link URL will be in which attribute? href attribute. Image source is available in which attribute? src attribute. Tooltip of an element is available in title attribute. So these standards are important for your automation. Okay. Then how can you identify web page elements? So you can identify web page elements using locators. So Selenium uses a locators. The locators means Selenium uses a mechanism to locate the element in the web page, in a particular page. So particular page, so it is going to be located using this locators concept. So what are the locators are there in Selenium? So we have ID, name, class, link, CSS, XPath, DOM. These are the different locators are there. This is how Selenium will recognize. So this is how Selenium will recognize your web element. Okay. So, and these are the Selenium IDE. There are components, Selenium components. I'm going to explain the Selenium components. We have 3 components in Selenium. One is Selenium IDE, Selenium Grid, Selenium WebDriver. So WebDriver locators are all static methods in by class. So by is a class. That class inside all these are static methods. What are the WebDriver locators? That's an interview question. So ID of ID value. I hope you all know method structure, right? I don't need to tell that. So name of name value. So what is this? What kind of method is this? What kind of method is this? Why am passing here this value? What is this?
Parameterized.
So what type of parameter is this?
String
Type value. So that means your parameter value is a type string. So all these parameters you have to pass as a string. So ID of ID value, name of name value, class name of class value, XPath of XPath value, CSS selector of CSS value, tag name of tag value, link text of link name, partial link text of partial link text. So these are the WebDriver
Look.
locators. All are static methods in by class. The most efficient and preferred way to locate web elements on the web page is by ID. So because ID is unique for every element. So this is not going to be a duplicate.
Same.
So that's why it is going to be fastest, safest locator to identify the element. And, let's go and understand first Selenium components. What are all the Selenium components? I'll explain that Selenium components. So the Selenium components are, so this is the official website of Selenium, selenium.dev. Selenium.dev. So Selenium.dev is basically, it's a official website. It is prepared by Google and ThoughtWorks company. Both are maintaining this website. Now, once Google take over, it is much improved with the latest classes and everything. The documentation is very clear now. But what are the different components? You can see here, it is listed out here. So Selenium WebDriver, it's very famous in the market. Selenium IDE and Selenium Grid. Selenium Grid. Selenium Grid. These are the three components of Selenium. The first one is Selenium IDE. We should understand what is meant by Selenium IDE. Selenium IDE is a plugin for Chrome and Firefox Edge browsers now, the latest Selenium IDE. Before it was only plugin for Firefox. Once upon a time when it is started, it started in 2004 and released by ThoughtWorks company. First Selenium is invented by ThoughtWorks company. So then slowly Google take over that, and now Selenium is the product of both. Both companies are maintaining, but active participation by Google only now. Okay, so and what is this Selenium IDE will do? Selenium IDE is used to just create record and playback test scripts. You can record your scenario. Okay, you can record your scenario. Then you can run it back. You don't need to write any test code. You don't need to know any test code. You just plug it to your browser and play it. So you can learn how to record your user interactions with the browser. Then you can run it back after completing your steps. You can run it back. So that's a Selenium IDE tool. So can you all go and open this selenium.dev? I'll ping you and we'll install Selenium IDE on your browsers. So selenium.dev. So you can use that selenium.dev. Okay. So are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Go to downloads. Click on downloads. So everything you will get in this website only. You don't need to do anything other places. So here is the Selenium Grid after you have a Selenium IDE section. So here you have a Chrome, Firefox, Edge. So you can use this. So any one of them, which browser you want to install, that browser you select it. And then just a extension for that browser. Click on this. And you can add this because I already had added. That's why I'm getting a remove from Chrome. Okay. So you will have this symbol. So Selenium IDE, even I have seen this symbol. Selenium IDE is on the browser. Once I install, you will get this option here. If you don't find, go to extensions, you can plug it. Then you can find there. If you unplug it, see mine also will go gone. If I plug it, and it will show here. Okay. So that's our main concept of this. So did you add? Ready? So how many of you installed it? Then we'll record one. So simple thing. I'll show you how to record that. Simple test case will do that. Okay. So let's open this. See, record a new test in a project. In a new project. So you can record your user interactions with the browser. Whatever the browser you're using on that browser, if you're doing, you can do that. Create a. So you just give side demo. That's my project name. Click OK, and you can do https google.com. Start recording. So how to launch that? Just click on that icon. It will launch. Okay, start recording. See, the Google browser will open and you can do action here. Just type. See here, bottom side you're getting Selenium IDE is recording. So every action will be recorded. See, next you can go to whatever you want. Shopping, images, news, videos. So what else you want? Everything you can navigate, whatever the actions you are doing. So then I can navigate to Selenium. So that's it. I don't want to do much. I'll just stop it here and you can see the code is recorded. Just stop this recording icon. Then give the name. Google search test. So April 18, 19, 23. See my script name also saved. And so you can run it back now. See, so the Selenium IDE is so divided into two parts. One is upper portion, this right hand side, and bottom portion. So here you can see the logs. Once you execute, you can see the logs. And the middle portion, you can see this command target value. So why this middle portion they are given is, you can, when you select a one row, that will be shown here. See here it is showing. See, can you see here? The target is the one which is identifying the elements. Target is the one which is identifying the elements. Something is missing here. I think the type is missing. So we might need to include that. So to insert send keys, name equal to Q and value is Selenium. And one more I need to press send keys. So you can say enter key. It should be done because I don't know why it didn't record. And keys dot enter. Keys dot enter. Yeah. So now it's good. We're good. I think this one should be here. And so name equal to Q. So what is this doing? And it is typing. Send keys is going to type the value, this value, and is going to press enter key on this edit box. So now run it back. Okay, how to run it back? So because these are missing, generally it won't miss. I don't know, somehow it missed and I added them. Now click on this run test. So again, same browser will open, type. Okay, so key start, it didn't work. So I made a mistake because again I'm typing here key start enter. So I should send keys. This is wrong. I think I have to send it. That's why see it is not moving. Okay, I'll just simply say that let move. Okay, so we'll move on. See, it is all your recorded script is running. There's something it failed, I think. It is looking for something. Recording time, some problems. That's why you're getting a problems. Otherwise, see, every test step pass fast, and this is failed. So this is failed. Okay, that's why red color. So this is failed. So run one, failure one. That's why it is showing a red color. So this kind of logging and reporting, everything you will get it here. Your stepwise, see, it is passed off it, see it is tick marking. So that's the Selenium IDE, just a record and playback tool. But understand here, the command is the actions of your Selenium, action methods. So if you want to see, for example, you select first particular command. So the command send keys method will send the keys to the given edit box address with this value. So this is the address. Target is the address of your web element in the web page. So in this address, this value will go and type by this send keys method. That's so simple, this Selenium IDE. Any questions before moving on to the next component? Okay, so if no questions, I'll just move on to the Selenium WebDriver. So next component is Selenium WebDriver. The Selenium WebDriver is the latest component in particular nowadays. It's a very, very latest component in IT world and for functional testing purpose. Selenium is a functional test tool which helps to test your UI functionality. It's only for automates the browsers. That means the UI which appears to you. So how you want to do is all it's depends on your programming language skills. How effectively you will write a script is all your programming language skill based. It depends on. If you are strong on Java, then it's going to be very easy. So that's the Selenium. If you don't know Java, it's highly impossible to write the code in Selenium. Okay. Yeah, fine. So that's a Selenium WebDriver is the latest tool. So which is used to create simple, robust, browser-based regression automation test cases. So you can scale them up to run in different environments also using Selenium Grid component. So in many environments also you can run. So basically WebDriver, how we will define is a collection of language specific bindings, which are already implemented in the browser classes that will be internally execute the code and give the output to you. The action will perform on the browser. Browser only will open the applications. There the actions will be done and you can open that. So that's the Selenium, what it is going to do. And then we have a Selenium WebDriver has a lot of features now. So for all the browser's latest technologies are implemented in the Selenium WebDriver. So Selenium WebDriver latest version is 4.8.3. Selenium WebDriver started with the Selenium 2.0, but it is now 4.8.3 is the latest version. Where you can find all these versions. You can go back to downloads. This is the one, Selenium client WebDriver language bindings. Or you can see, so this is again 4.8.6 Ruby. C# is 4.8.2, Python 4.8.3, JavaScript 4.8.2, and Java is 4.8.3. So this is March 27th only they released this version 4.8.3. There was a bug in the Chrome browser that is resolved. So Chrome 1.11, it is throwing connection issue, connection timed out issue. That issue is resolved in this version. So if you want to go and see the changelog, you can find all the issues. So what are all the issues they developed, and you can find it here. See, supported CDP version 85, 109, 110, 111. Fix bug preventing adding items to a list for Selenium manager command. That's what this fix is done in 4.8.3. So there was a bug in the Chrome browser that is fixed there. Okay, so these are all the bugs and what they have fixed, and everything will be, you can find out in the changelog. Okay, and that's the Selenium. But Selenium, why people are preferring is Selenium is an open source tool. Selenium automates the multiple browsers. That means you can run your automation test case on the Chrome, Firefox, Edge, Safari, Opera browsers, and Edge browsers. And you can write your test cases using any of the programming languages. These are the ones: C#, Ruby, Java, Python, JavaScript. So Perl, any programming language you can use to write your automation test cases. So if you want to learn other programming language, you need to learn. So for example, we learn Java, right? So if you are going for some other company, they are using Ruby, you have to learn Ruby. If you are going for other companies, C#, Python. So now becoming popular, these three. So most of the companies will use Java, but nowadays the popularity is growing in Python and JavaScript also. So it depends on, see, all different languages people are using. Okay, so it's up to you which one you want to use. That's we chose Java because most of the companies will use Java only for automation testing purpose. Now Python is growing now. And another advantage of Selenium is you can run your automation test case in any of the operating systems like Windows, Mac, Linux. That's another advantage. And Selenium supports multiple frameworks, and Selenium supports customized frameworks also. That's another advantage. So all this makes Java, Selenium very powerful in the market. Still, it's leading. Still, it is leading because cross-browser testing it supports. And also multiple operating systems you can run, and also different distributed environments you can run. So what else we want? So these are all features any web application wants it, and purely for functional testing purpose. So you cannot do stress testing, but slowly they might add for this, but you can do that. You can do that also. If you know the TestNG framework, you can do the performance testing also. And another thing is Selenium, they keep on increasing by Google. Okay, so every version they're increasing the features. That's why it is becoming very popular. Okay. So next we have a Selenium Grid, right? So let's go and discuss about Selenium Grid. So Selenium Grid is another distributed environment. So where if you go here and you can find out Selenium Grid. Now latest Selenium Grid is having a lot of different support. Selenium Grid architecture, if you see, the key components are having the latest Selenium Grid. Okay, latest Selenium Grid is having a lot of components. I'm just looking for the architecture, the grid architecture. Just so we don't have here probabilities are removed. I'm just looking for the diagram. Okay, so grid. So with the Selenium Grid. Yeah, it doesn't have. Previously, basically, we're going to have hub and node concept. Hub and node concept. So both are different. Okay, both are different. So hub is different and node is different. Hub is a central server where you can give a request to run your automation test case on which browser, which operating system, and then the multiple machines will be configured, multiple nodes. Each node is one plain operating system. So like that, you can configure multiple nodes to the hub, the central server. So when you configure multiple servers, multiple operating systems, you can run your test cases parallelly. For example, you all having a different projects. So you want to run them. I also want to run them, my test cases. So how can you run all parallelly? So that you have to set up a grid setup here with the different machines, Selenium machines. Some machines, VM machines will be configured in the Jenkins. Yeah, any questions? That VM machines inside your test cases will run. So you'll just give the URL, and that URL it will open and it will run on that machine. So, but parallelly it will run. That's execution time will be reduced with the Selenium Grid component. Same, whatever you developed in the Selenium WebDriver, same test scripts you can use in the Selenium Grid. You don't need to develop separately. Just only the configurations, it will change. The grid hub and node concepts will change. Okay, any questions?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, let's go and understand this. The grid we understood, and also Selenium drawbacks. Selenium doesn't support Windows-based applications. Selenium supports only web applications. Please remember that. Selenium doesn't support Windows-based application. It supports only web applications. So Selenium has three components: Selenium Grid, Selenium IDE, Selenium WebDriver. Selenium WebDriver, before you have a Selenium remote control. Initially, they released it to the market, Selenium IDE, Selenium RC, Selenium remote control, RC means, and Selenium Grid. But later, so in 2009 and 10, so Google is the vast user of this Selenium to test their thousands of test cases, applications, right? So they don't like this Selenium RC architecture. Basically, Selenium RC architecture is, it's a lengthy one. So what happens is you have so the browsers here, different browsers, okay? So different browsers, and here you have your server. So here you have your server and your client libraries will be there. So the code will be, so it is going to move. First, your request will go here, okay, and talk to any of these. So which browser you want to run, that browser it will go request, and this is the, and your response will come back, okay? Your response will come back. So this is so how first your request should go to a server. This is the RC server. So this is the client libraries. Client libraries means the different languages used to develop, right? Java, C#, PHP, Python, like this you have, right? Ruby. So all these different client libraries will be, and you will write the code. That code will be sent to the server first. Server will send that command to browsers, these browsers. So these browsers, so it will be sent to that. Maybe this is the FF, and this is the Chrome, and this can be Edge. So like this. So this is the lengthy concept they don't like. This is the architecture of Selenium remote control. So this remote control, see, first your command will go to server. If server is not ready, your command won't reach the browser. That's a drawback, and also lengthy process. Now in Selenium WebDriver, what they did, from this Selenium RC, this is the Selenium RC, okay? This is the Selenium RC architecture. RC architecture. So the WebDriver, what they did is direct communication, no mediator, nothing. Just your command will go to the browser and you'll get back. So that's a no mediator here. Obviously, if mediator is there, that it will take more time, right? And here, this is the WebDriver architecture. So WebDriver architecture, simple. So the command, and it goes to browsers. These are all browsers. So browsers inside, automatically you have a code inbuilt, WebDriver code. Automatically it will talk to the browser, and the collection of language bindings are included in the browser itself. The action will send and come back. So that's a very faster. That's why WebDriver is very, very faster. So Selenium RC is a Selenium 1.0. So Selenium WebDriver started with 2.0. So why 2.0 is? So the Google, Google went and asked the ThoughtWorks company. This is the ThoughtWorks company product. ThoughtWorks company product. And this one is a Google idea, this one. What they did is they cannot develop everything again, right? So Google went and talked to ThoughtWorks. So, okay, they explained about their approach. They don't like this approach. The mediator between the browser and your code. The request command when you are sending. So then they spoke to them and they asked, remove this server and add all other code in this WebDriver concept. They accepted and they merged it because two big companies will work together to make it more efficient product. So they accepted and now this is the product now. Now the current version is the latest version. What is the latest version? 4.8.3. That's the latest version of Selenium WebDriver. So why it got a Selenium WebDriver is Selenium RC is merged into Selenium WebDriver. That's why they called Selenium 2.0 because it was 1.1 and now it is 2.0. Now it is Selenium 4.8.3. So this is how Selenium WebDriver emerged as a good tool. Okay. Still people are using whoever, but nobody uses now this Selenium RC. And everybody using this one now. Okay. So that's the high level of Selenium components and their architectures. And tomorrow I'll show you how to identify web page elements. Please go through this and come back and we'll see tomorrow onwards object identification. Okay. Any questions?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Good. Super good. So please read and come back. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.